Hi, Stephen. So this weekend is Gun Violence Awareness Weekend. It sounds, the way they got it done here sounds also prim and proper in observance and wear orange and, this kind of stuff. What I'd like to do is I'd like to ask you to take a look at gun violence in Pasadena. And this is going to involve talking to the police. I'd like to really also get an update on the police shooting, which is the highest profile, most recent gun violence event in Pasadena that I'm aware of. So I think probably the best thing to do would be to break this into three components. One is speaking to Lisa Derderian about this actual event, what they're doing and why they're doing it, and what it should mean to the average citizen, if anything. I think the next thing would be to speak to the Sheriff's Detective Homicide Table, who are the leader of that effort, or the PIO for that effort. Where do we stand on the shooting death, which has occurred in the last 30 days, the Pasadena shooting death? Again, that's kind of a pivot point or a focal point in a way, because that's the most recent gun violence. Here's the person who reportedly had guns and pointed them at the police, who responded with guns. I think the third thing is to get a hold of Clausen at the police department and find out, to talk about the use of guns in violent crime in Pasadena over the last 6 months. Up, down, sideways. What are the biggest problems they face? What I've heard over the years is the police said the biggest problem is that people don't secure guns in their homes, and that they're easily stolen and get out onto the street that way. I think also a final thing would be to talk to community groups, neighborhood groups, and find out how people on the street feel about gun violence. In certain parts of Pasadena, there is none. It's not an issue. Other parts of Pasadena, folks literally hear gunshots every night, or virtually every night. And they complain about it constantly on our Facebook page about, were those shots fired? In fact, when you talk to Clausen, please ask him not only about gun violence, but shots fired. How often are there shots fired incidents? I'm willing to bet you it's 3 times a week where the police are running around and they find shell casings. So this is sort of an overall look at the level of gun use and gun violence in Pasadena. And that's 4 people. Now, in terms of the community leaders and the reports of shots fired, we're going to have to, let me see if we can I'm going to talk to Gabriel and have him begin to put together statistics on that, so that you can at least speak intelligently about that, and maybe we can get some quotes from people on our Facebook page about the persistent gun violence they feel they have to live with in certain parts of Pasadena. So that's it. Thank you.